Hi everybody, this morning I am cooking some beans and I'm making pinto beans, and I'm going to make a very small batch of chili beans because it's just for myself. And so since I'm cooking in the kitchen right now, I don't want to forget I have that burner on because I was already making some toast this morning and I forgot I had the toast in the toaster oven, and I started doing other things. And so anyways, this is how my morning toast turned out. And this is just regular wheat bread. But I thought, you know what? I could probably use this as charcoal in my cowboy cooking. So I'm going to keep those and try to see later when I'm cowboy cooking, just throw it in and see how it works. Okay. So I thought while I am cooking the beans, so I don't forget. Now, it's not just an old person thing. You're probably thinking, oh, what's wrong with her? Why'd she forget? Well, I've been forgetting that I have things cooking since I was in my 30s. One time I was making macaroni and cheese, and I forgot the macaroni was boiling, and it was just the box macaroni. And I put it on a boil, and I left, and I went into town shopping, and I totally forgot. So when I got home, I'm not kidding, when I drove up, there was smoke coming out of the windows. This is when I lived in an old house, like close to town, and there was smoke coming out of the windows. There was smoke coming out of the door. I was running from the road up to the house, and I was like, oh my God, it's on fire. So I opened the door. I know you're not supposed to do that, but when I opened the door, all the smoke came out. But my house was not on fire. It was just completely filled with smoke. So when I went to go turn off the fire, there was nothing left in the pan. Even the macaroni was all dissolved, and it looked like worms on the bottom of the pan because that you could just see the outline indentation. It was black. So I had always saved that pan. It was a very, very nice pan, and so I saved that pan only as a reminder not to forget that I'm cooking and leave. And I did that a couple more times. I did that even at the big house when I was cooking. And I don't mean big house like I was in jail. I mean big house when I used to live in a big house. So even when we had moved to the big house, not jail, but a home. Okay, so anyways, when we moved to that one, I had left a couple times to go shopping and left something cooking on the stove. So this is something I've been doing since my 30s. This isn't like an elderly issue or anything like that. But anyways, so I thought, since I'm cooking, I don't want to forget I'm cooking beans, I'm going to refill my water bottles. Okay, so what I do is down here, I think you can see, I just have these thrown. It looks like a mess. I know people are going to complain saying, oh, clean it up. I already know people are going to be saying that, but I have these thrown here on purpose, okay? Because I'm going to refill these. Down here, this is a cook machine. This is for to put ice in. This is like an ice box. Okay. So down here, these are refilled water containers. And under there, and then these are refilled water containers. And this is just for potable water. This is not for drinking water. This is if I don't have any running water, I can still flush the toilet. I can still wash my hands. I can still clean up. I can give the cats water. There's, just different things. So what I am doing, I'm refilling them, and I'm going to put today's date as the day I'm putting the tap water. I usually put filled, but I thought, you know what, I'm going to start writing tap water. So if something ever were to happen to me, people would know that this isn't fresh filled water, it's tap water. So under here is this is my kitchen counter. Those are clean. This is my kitchen counter. I should be refilling these while I am filming. Oh, but you know what? The sound will probably be too loud and bother people. I could put it on just a real low trickle. Like that. Okay, that shouldn't bother people. All right. So down here, I have more water. And I already know somebody is going to complain that I've got cleaning supplies near my water. It's not touching my water, and this is not drinking water. I'm not going to be drinking this. This is tap water. I don't even drink my tap water on normal days. Our tap water is so gross here. It's so bad. This apartment is over 100 years old. So the pipes out here are so bad. Okay, so anyways, you can see these down here. I filled 10/9/24. That's a long time. I'm going to take those out and empty those. I'm going to empty those outside. I have a garden area. I'm just going to dump it out there. It's been so wet. And then I throw up here like all my new sponges, and I've got a lot of sponges, see? And I got another area where I keep sponges, but I got tons of sponges because I don't want to run out. These here are my favorite. So as you can see, I got sponges galore. I do not fool around because I do not want to be out of, because I think, what if there's a disaster and you need to clean up pans or something or whatever? You never know what you got to clean if there's a disaster. So I always want to be ready. So when I go to the Dollar Tree, which is not often very anymore, keeping an eye on that. I don't go to the Dollar Tree that often anymore, but when I do, I usually pick up some of that. Okay, so anyways, down here I keep my, this is just potable water. Again, I got to say it because people are going to get mad and say, quit storing cleaners by your water. Well, I'm not going to drink that. It's tap water. And even Uncle Al, and we both live in the same, kind of close to each other. Not that close, but kind of close. And even he doesn't drink his water. And you know, Uncle Al, he's all old and tired, and he does whatever he wants. He don't even drink the tap water. So, anyways, this is almost full. So this is what I'm going to do. So slowly, I'm going to fill up all these first that I have sitting on the ground right now. So I'm going to fill up all of these first, and I'm going to tape that on there. Okay, and then after I'm done doing those, I still got to empty all these out. Now, I don't put them down the drain. I know it doesn't cost me any money to pour it down the drain, but I figure I can just dump it outside. There's trees, and even though we've had a lot of rain, don't matter because this area is so dead and dry. This area can use all the water it can get. Okay, so I'm going to keep filling this while I'm talking. Hopefully, I have it on a low trickle, so hopefully it doesn't bother you guys. This is my morning Gatorade. I've been buying these little bottles, so I can just drink the whole thing at one time. And then what's so nice, see how thick this plastic is? Sorry, just finished that off. And how thick this plastic is, it's really good for storing rice and beans. I had one lady in the comments say, you're storing your rice in plastic, that's not good. Your rice is going to get microplastics. Well, that's just silly because there's so many microplastics already in rice growing in the fields. Just naturally, there's microplastics filling the rice. So what harm is it going to be doing putting it in plastic again? Like, it's not going to make that much of a difference. You know, a lot of people say, or this and that about microplastics, bioengineer, whatever. You know, who cares? Just have it and survive. Okay, so I'm filling that with water. I gotta check my beans. Hold on. I need to put the light over here. This is my new wok. I already cooked with it. It works awesome. It cooks fast. Okay, so I gotta check my beans. I am gonna make a small batch of chili beans. Ooh, these look good already. I let these soak for 2 days. On accident, I forgot I was soaking them. But I would drain the water and clean it, and then I was like, well, I'll cook them later, and I never got around to it. So these beans should cook fast because they were soaking for 2 days. I hope that means they're still okay. Ooh, I gotta turn off that fire. Those are good. Those are soft. Okay. So, oh, this is already full. Okay, hold on. I need to get my light over here so I can see what I'm doing. Okay, so I already turned off that fire. So I really don't have to keep on filling if I don't want to because I'm already done cooking. So let me see. What I do is I can get scissors and which I probably will. because normally I don't. I can just tear it, but you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to grab some scissors. I always keep scissors in my pantry. I don't have a light in here, so, oh no. I just got my scissors. I usually keep scissors right here. What did I do? Look at this cute little notebook. Isn't that darling? I have this so when I know what I need to go buy. Let me see. I'm going to peek. Oh no, I don't want to show you that. Hopefully you didn't see it. Anyways, I keep that there. I have some teas. This is my pantry. I keep a pencil for writing or self-defense. You never know. Anyways, so I keep things right there. I must have moved my scissors. Okay, I know people are gonna say, get it together, clean up your kitchen. I got a lot of stuff. I live in an apartment. I don't got much room. Okay, so those 5 are already filled, which is awesome. So I am going to tape these on. I need to get my scissors. I know I could just rip it. I'll show you what I do. I'll just rip one. Okay, so here it is, tap water 11526. And then what I do is I just put it where it can be seen, like that. And then I store it. This way I know when I bottled it, because it's not like it's being professionally done. And so I like to, because it's potable water, I will trade it out. Now, water that you buy from the store that's already been sealed and it's professionally been bottled, I've heard on studies that those waters last forever. So like, don't throw them out. So if you have store-bought water, like I have water right here, I'll show you. Those are my beans. I've been cooking from that. That's my 50-pound bag of beans. And I've been taking beans out. This is what I've been cooking with right here. 50 pounds. Okay. So like these bottled waters that you buy at the store, these pretty much, in recent studies, they're saying that these bottled waters, they last, pretty much, if they're stored properly, they're good for like indefinitely, I think. So I wouldn't throw it out. So if you have bottled water that is 3 years old, 5 years old, I hear some people saying that, should I get rid of them, or I'm thinking to get rid of it, get new water, keep it. What you could always do is just, if you don't feel safe with it, use your oldest water, just mark it, just mark it with paper and some tape, put the date of when you think you bought it, and use those first if there's ever a disaster for cooking. So say you don't want to drink it, use it for cooking. You're going to boil it anyways. If you're going to say, look at me, I just made some beans. If there's a disaster, you're going to boil it anyways for what, 2-3 hours to make your beans? So you're going to use it up. I mean, you're going to cook it up. So it should be fine. I'm no expert, but I wouldn't throw it away. Personally, not me. Okay, and so anyways, that is my water stash. So anyways, here's some sodas. I have some tea. Remember that? I bought that tea on special. I've got 2 of these left. That is my 50-pound bag of rice. I'm slowly getting it closer to the kitchen. This was all the way more in my entry, and slowly I've been kind of finagling it back and forth, wiggling it a little here and there. So next time one of my boys come over, I'll probably have them move that to my pantry. I don't know. I like these beans right here because I just grab them from here. I don't make a whole cup of beans at one time because it's just myself. And I know I could freeze them after I cook them, and I think that's a great idea. But I'd rather just make it fresh, especially in the winter because it's so cold in this apartment. But the thing is and I just keep my towels right here. I don't have nowhere else to put them. And I like to cook in the winter just to warm up the apartment. And in the summer, I don't. So getting towards the end of it being cool enough to cook, I probably will make a big batch of beans and put them in baggies and freeze those for summer. Because in summer, there is no way in the world, absolutely no way in the world you can cook. And then some people say, well, wait till it cools off. Well, over here, We have triple digit weather. It only cools off from like 2 a.m. to 5 a.m., like 3 hour period. And when it does finally cool off, believe me, you don't even think about turning on your stove to cook something. Now, I do sometimes. I'm desperate, and in the summer, I will cook something because I'm just craving a home cooked meal. I will stay up, and at 2 in the morning, I will cook some things like as fast as possible to put them in the fridge, and I will do it because I'm desperate. So for some fresh food in the summer, because I don't have air conditioning and it is triple digit. You feel like you're gonna pass out. Just being in the kitchen, you feel like you're gonna pass out. So anyways, let me get back to what I was doing. I talk too much. Okay, so there is, and ladies will tell me in my comments that I talk too much, and it's true. And I don't say nothing because it's true. Anyways, I gotta finish filling those up. I'm gonna still do it even though I'm done with my beans. I'm gonna refill that. And then I've got these and I got to label them. I'm going to get the scissors so it looks a little bit better. And then slowly every day when I go out to feed the cats, I'm just going to take one of these out and empty them and refill them. Because look at that's from 2024. That's like practically when I moved in. Okay, so anyways, no. Was it? Anyways, I'm thinking about getting rid of those 2 liter bottles, redeeming them for money, and just storing only the gallon bottle waters only. I know I could refill those soda bottles with rice and beans, but I don't want to because they've been stored here with my cleaners. So what I think I'm doing is just empty those water bottles from the liters and go cash those in for money when I take in my plastics and aluminum, get money for them. I won't get much, but at least it's something. And then I'm just going to continue storing water in the gallons because I'd rather have a gallon of water under here than a liter, 2 liter. Anyways, and I know it's no big difference. And then in the bathroom, I have 2 liters under my under my bathroom cabinet for toilet water in case I need to fill it, But I could use these for toilet water too. So anyways, I'm going to get rid of all the 2 liters for that reason. And just redeem them. And I love Dawn soap. I always keep a lot of Dawn soap on hand because it's not only good for washing, I dilute it. When I wash my dishes, I don't use up full strength. I dilute it, and then it's also good for unclogging drains. The best. It is the best in the West to unclog drains. So I always keep that on hand. Okay. So anyways, this is just a reminder, you guys, to refill water, have potable water in your homes for disasters. You can use it for cleaning your dishes, cleaning your hands, maybe even cleaning your body. And to flush your toilet, because you got to refill your toilet in order to flush it. And as long as you have water, it'll flush. And so in that top. So anyways, and for your pets can drink this. My pets drink tap water every day and they're fine. Well, they're not my pet. They're feral cats. And I give them water every day. And even the neighbors' cats, they all sneak over here trying to eat my feral cat's food and water. I'm like, you guys already have your own home. I'm sure you guys are eating good. And they come over here. Okay, well, anyways. All right, everybody. So this is just a reminder to refill water at home for yourself and for your family. So you have water in case of a disaster for cleaning. I'm not saying drink it. I'm just saying for cleaning and whatever you need. Okay. All right, everybody. Thank you for watching. And if you haven't subscribed, please subscribe.